اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وأزواجه وذريته آل بيته أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Now we have been studying, trying to understand Surah Kahf. As we said, first 8 ayat were Mu'izah, Muqaddimah of this surah, beautiful things, reminding of the themes of this surah. And then from 9 to 26, we have the story of um, Ashab Kahf. And from 27 to 31 ayat, we had the Mu'izah again, another wise, another nasiha. This is about having sabr with people who are remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala day and night, and those who accept Iman and Amal Saleh, their affair in Jannat, and those who reject Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Iman and belief and don't do Amal Saleh, their place in Jahannam. This has been described in Surah number 27 to 31. Now we come to this story, Misal, Darab, Misal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings misal in Quran, many misal, and now this is one of them. See, that story is not called, the story of Ashab Kahf is not called misal, because it's a real story, historical story. Of course, we don't know exact history, historical time and details, but this really happened in history. Yeah, after Jesus, between Rasulullah Sallallahu and Muhammad Sallallahu, there's 570 years between this. So the first 300, 400 years, something happened. And of course, this was ancient story. By the time of Muhammad Sallallahu, it was not fresh story. It was known only to ulama of Jews and Christians, and they were the ones who asked, if he's Prophet Sallallahu, he will tell us. Then Muhammad Sallallahu, this story was revealed, and he told us. Now, this is not a story, historical story. This is Darb al-Misl. But of course, in history, there have been many incidents similar to this about these two persons, who one of them is believer, the one of them is non-believer. Maybe they are brothers, maybe they are friends, maybe they are neighbors. But you can, all ulama, the tafsir, they'll say they were brothers, they were, this brother, or they were friends, or they were neighbors, so, okay, you can say they were friends, or brothers, or neighbors, or whatever. Now, this is a story about them. One is believer, the other is non-believer. The story goes from verse number 32 to verse number 44, and one of these two persons is given better gardens than the other one. Of course, the other one is poor like you, me and you, and the other person is rich and wealthy, like other people who are, of course, I don't want you to be included in those people, but those people who don't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they're atheists or whatever. They say, whatever I have earned, I have, this is from my hard work, this is mine. This money, this wealth, this is mine. This plot, this land, this house is mine. This car, this child, this is mine. No, it's not yours. It belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not yours. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to you. This is amanat with you, and you have how you will use it. So this is the difference between the two persons. The first one, the two are talking. They are, having discussion and talking together. Wadrib lahum, O Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, make the misal for them, rajulain, of those two persons, ja'alna li ahadihima jannatain, for one of whom we made, or we gave him two jannat. One had only one jannat, perhaps one garden, the other had two. And the two were better, both, in fruit and in crop and all these things. They were better than the other one. The other one was like, ordinary person like me. So, لِأَحَدِهِمَا جَنَّتَيْن مِنْ أَعْنَابٍ. First, you have jannat garden, like V-I-N-E, vine, garden. And وَحَفَفْنَاهُمَا بِنَخْلٍ. And around these, in order to protect, from wind, sometimes people have these large trees so that the wind, you call them wind breakers or something. So the wind breaker is around this whole vineyard, and the garden is protected by these nakhla. Nakhla is palm trees, date trees, tamr trees. بنخل وجعلنا بينهما زرعا, and between this nakhl around it, and then the garden of vineyard in it, and then there is zara, crop is. If you have had garden have seasons, you have fruit, mangoes or this or that, have one season. But what do you do in between? Because there's lot of land which is not vineyard, which is not fruit trees, or which is not this. So what do you do with it? You sow crops, other crops. So it has zara also. So all three, four things, anab and nakhl and zara, all three things he had. Kiltal jannatain atat ukulaha. Both of these gardens had their own, fruit and risk, provision from these, both of them. Wala tazlim minhu shay'a. And these gardens were not, taking away anything. There was nothing less. Everything was in abundance. وَلَا تَظْلِمْ مِنْهُ شَيْئًا وَفَجَّرْنَا خِلَالَهُمَا نَهْرًا. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we made nahar go from inside those two gardens. From, in the middle of those two gardens. We were the ones who gave him these water also. So he said, كَانَ لَهُ summer. And he had summer, he has fruit of all these trees, of all these gardens, of all this crop. He had summer. فَقَالَ صَاحِبِي. Then he says to his companion, the other person, فَهُوَ يُحَاوِرُهُ. And he was talking, he was just having discourse. They were having muhawara, muhawar, talking. You were talking to me, I talk to you. It says muhawara. Muhawara is also expression, istilah, and also talking, the dialogue. He was having dialogue, talking. وهو يحاوره أنا أكثر منك مالا وولدا وأعز نفرا. He says, I am better. Always you will come across somebody. I had this mobile, and he said my mobile is better than. Okay, yours is better, but it belongs to you. It doesn't belong to me. What do I have to do with what you have? So maybe it's better. But he says my sheep is better than you. He says my horse is better than you. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, alhamdulillah. So you say, mashallah. Why are you saying yours is better? Okay, yours is better, alhamdulillah. Your house is better than mine. Wonderful. Very good. But why do you have to proclaim it, so that the whole world will know your house is better than mine, your son is better than mine, your daughter is better than mine, your garden is better than mine. It's not a way of, proclaiming, they're saying this is mine and this is better. Because it's from for you, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not from you, from your hands. If He did not give you sehat and afiyat and rizq and ilm, you would not be doing it. He has given you ilm, He has given you knowledge, He has given you skill, He has given you sehat, He made you sick. How would you be able to do it? And if He did not give you this skill, how would you do it? So it's from Him. So this is the difference between how a believer thinks and how a non-believer, atheist thinks. Atheist thinks everything is for me, and I have done it. When he is about to die or when he is old, and he says, where do I go? Because there is nobody helping me. So he says, أنا أكثر منك مالا وأعز. In wealth, in property, I am better than you. And he says, أعز نفرا. And nafari, in manpower, my sons, many, and my workers, many, laborers, many. I have many, many, many laborers. You have only yourself to work, and I have 500 persons working on my garden. Okay, no problem. Az nafara, with mighty manpower. Aziz, Izzat, Az nafara. وَدَخَلَ جَنَّتُهُ. And then he enters the garden. They're talking, they're coming to the vineyards or going to the gardens. They're walking together, and then he enters his garden. Now, he looks at the garden and says, وَدَخَلَ جَنَّتَهُ وَهُوَ ظَالِمٌ لِنَفْسِهِ. and he became tyrannical to his nafs, to his self, which means he exaggerated. He thought it was for him and from him. ظالم لنفسه قال, and he said, ما أظن أن تبيد هذه أبدا. I do not think that this will go away. This will last forever. How beautiful my garden is. This is going to last forever, for millions of years. I'm going to live here 100 million years. Allah, you're going to die tomorrow, who knows? And your garden is going to vanish, But he says, Ma'azun, I do not think, I do not conjecture, I do not think, I do not reckon that this is going to go away, this is going to perish. Yeah? Hadi tabid means Hadi abada, ever. وَمَا أَظُنُّ السَّاعَةَ قَائِمَةً, and I do not reckon, I do not think, I do not suppose that there is coming Sa'at. Resurrection is coming. No resurrection for me. وَمَا أَظُنُّ السَّاعَةَ قَائِمَةً, the Sa'at will not be qaim, that hour of resurrection when the balance will be there, Hisab will be there, Jannat will be there, Dozakh will be there, Jahannam will be there. There's nothing for me. He says, no, I don't think. I don't conjecture, I don't reckon that this will happen. مَا أَظُنُّ السَّاعَةَ قَائِمَةً وَلَا رُدِّتْ إِلَىٰ رَبِّي, and he says, even if I am returned to my Rabb, my Lord, لَأَجِدَنَّ خَيْرًا مِنْهَا مُنْقَلَبًا, I will find a better place there for me to live in, or to be, they'll be better for me. Munqalaba. Because he has bestowed, because I have here, I will be better off there also. Why should I be worse off than what I am here? Here as well there. In the Akhirah, I am better than you. So then this other person who is with him, his companion, he is humble, polite, nice, but he says, قَالَ لَهُ صَاحِبُهُ, his companion said to him, وَهُوَ يُحَاوِرُهُ, and he was having dialogue, talking with him, أَكْفَرْتَ بِالَّذِي خَلَقَكَ مِنْ تُرَابٍ, you have done kufr to the one who has created you from dust. Kafart, you do not mention that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you. You do not mention that He has given you. You say it is from you, and you have done kufr with the one who has created you from dust and from nutfa. Turab, summa min nutfa. So what is summa min? What's turab? What's Adam alayhi salam? The first creation of mankind. He was from turab. He was not from nothing. He was from nothing, and then it was this dust was from nothing. The creation of earth was from nothing, and then from earth comes up the person we call Adam alayhi salam. In other religions also, it is first man. Manu is in Vedas. In Hindu scriptures is Manu. Manu means Manu. Manu means man. So the first man. First man is, in Sanskrit, it's Manus. Manushya, Manus, Manu. Manu. Manu is the name of that first person we call Adam, because he is the Ins, he is Bashar, he is, Khalifatul Ard. So this is, we have good names, 5 good names for him. Summa khalaqaka min turabin, summa min nutfatin, summa sawaka rajula, and then he made you, you grew up to be a man. Now when you are a young man, you're a child, you are not that haughty, you are not that arrogant, but when you are a young man, you become arrogant. This whole this whole earth belongs to me, I am the boss. Who is the boss? You say, I am the boss. Okay. He says, my father is the boss. Okay. So he says, Summa Savaka Rajula. Then he made you a man. Fashioned you into a man. He made you into a man. One becomes Rajul, you think you are above everything. You are above even God. So this is what he says. He says, Lakinnahu Allah Rabbi. But you think you are great because you are man now and this and this, but this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created you. Lakinnahu Allah Rabbi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is my creator, my Rabb, my nourisher. you don't acknowledge his Rabbness, his creation, that he is creator and he is your nourisher, he is your sustainer. You don't acknowledge, but I acknowledge that he is my Rabb, he is Rabbi, lakinna wallahu Rabbi, wala shirk bi Rabbi yahda, and I do not make a partner with him anybody else. Which means when I boast about my property, my, I make myself as God. I'm his equal. I'm his partner. This is shirk. You say this is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you are not making shirk. But you say this is from my own. You say, okay, you are God. You created yourself. You did this because you have your sihat and your afiyat and you becoming rajul, savak rajula, you became on your own. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made you this. You know how you came from one cell and then the cells grew and multiplied and they became millions and you have all this body from that one cell, those two cells, they put together. So, I am not, he says, I'm not saying I'm Lord and I'm not making any partners with him. I'm not making myself a God. This is what he means. وَلَوْلَا إِذْ دَخَلْتَ, and when you entered the garden, وَلَوْلَا إِذْ دَخَلْتَ جَنَّتَكَ, when you entered your Jannat, why did you not? قُلْتَ MashaAllah, why did you not say MashaAllah? So here you have in this surah MashaAllah, and in earlier passage you have Insha'Allah in this surah. So both of these words are here. وَلَوْلَا إِذْ دَخَلْتَ جَنَّتَكَ قُلْتَ MashaAllah, why when you entered your garden, why did you not say MashaAllah? Whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted, He has done it for me. He has bestowed upon me all this beauty, all this ni'mat. Why did you not acknowledge that there? MashaAllah, la quwwata illa billah. There's no might, there's no power, there's no authority except for Himself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in tarani ana aqalla minka malan wa walada. When you saw that my mal and my wealth and my walad, my sons were fewer than your sons, my property was less than yours, why did you not say, MashaAllah, it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Why did you not bring Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the conversation? You bestowed upon yourself, you gave yourself the health and you gave self creation. You decided that you will be born and you made yourself kun and fayakun, you became what you are. You see, it's not, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created you and He sent it down and He has given you this ilm and knowledge and this ni'mat of gardens, and this is from Him. And He has given you sons, more sons, maybe 50 sons, 100 sons. I have only one son or two sons or three, fewer sons than you, but this is all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is ni'mat for you. Why did you not acknowledge His ni'mat? When you saw that I have fewer than yours, I have less mal property than yours, then He says, Asfasa. Then it may happen, maybe happen. Fasa Rabbi, my Lord will do this. What? An yutiyan khairam min jannatika. Asa, maybe He will give me better jannat than yours. Now there's two meanings of this. Maybe even in this world He will give me better jannat than what you have now. But I will still be His grateful. I will still thank Him. I will not say I'm this, I'm master. I have created myself. I have given myself all this land and property. But also He says maybe I will be given jannat in akhirah, on the day of judgment. I will be given better jannat than yours. فَأَسَىٰ رَبِّي أَن يُؤْتِيَنِ خَيْرًا مِّن جَنَّتِكَ وَيُرْسِلْ عَلَيْهَا حُسْبَانًا مِّنَ السَّمَاءِ. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina. And maybe they will be sent down a husban on what you have here, min as-samā, from the heavens. فَتُصْبِحَ صَعِيدًا زَلَقًا. And it will be like, like plain, that there will be no garden left. All the gardens will be wiped out, maybe. So in one sentence, he brings both things. Maybe He will change my situation, and maybe He will change your situation as well. My situation may be in this world that He will give me better jannat than yours, And maybe he will destroy your Jannat, who knows? Whatever you have, gardens you have now, they'll be both destroyed, we don't know. And it's up to him. فَأَسَوَى رَبِّي أَن يُؤْتِيَنِ خَيْرًا مِّن جَنَّتِكَ وَيُرْسِلَ عَلَيْهَا عُصْبَانًا مِّنَ السَّمَاءِ فَتُصْبِحَ صَعِيدًا زَلَقًا. And then tomorrow it will be just like, plain, smooth hillside, nothing. Or يُصْبِحَ مَاؤُهَا, or we will take away the water from it. This nahar that will become dry. Like our Indus River, Punjab takes away all the water and it becomes dry. So you go up to Karachi, this is all dry land. From Jamshoro, nothing, no water. People build houses there. And then all of a sudden, when more water comes in Punjab, they throw the water in the Indus and becomes very floody. And all people have to run for their lives or they get killed. They have houses in the bed of the river. So this can happen to you. Your river will be dry, and what will you do? Oh, yusbiha ma'uha gharan falan tastati'a lahu talaba, and you will not be able to find any water. You will not be able to search for any water, find any water. And then what happens? In the misal, this is story, this man, وَأُيِّتَ بِالسَّمَرِ, something encompassed, encircled his fruit, his gardens. فَأَصْبَحَ يُقَلِّبُ كَفَّيْهِ فَأَصْبَحَ يُقَلِّبُ كَفَّيْهِ, and then he was rubbing his hands, with his palms. You rub your palms in grief. When something bad happens, you say, oh, I lost everything. See the money that I had earned, the labor that I put in, all the effort that I did, all this seed that I threw in, all this property that I lost in this garden, and now I'm rubbing my palms, which means I'm expressing my grief. Whatever he has, he spent on developing this land and these gardens. And these gardens, they were standing on their urush, which means they were standing on their heads. See, the top of the tree was down at the bottom, and the bottom was up. This is the situation. When the wind comes, the tornado and this, the trees are uprooted, and you see the root up there, pointing to the sky, and the top of the tree down in the mud. So this is what happened to his garden. Wonderful explanation of what happened. And then he said, Ya laytani lam ushrik bi rabbi ahada. And then he said, oh, that I had not made any partner to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why did he say this? I had not made partners. I wish I had not made any partners. Which means he was actually equating himself with God. So he said, I should not have made myself as his partner. Which means everything is in his hands. Whatever he does. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad Nabiyyi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa dhurriyyatihi al-bayt.